In the Buddhist tradition, everything in the world is perceived as a unified whole, where each thing, whether a living being or an inanimate object, has its own meaning and purpose. Buddhism teaches that any object we encounter carries a spiritual and energetic load. These can be the simplest things: a cup, a spoon, a piece of wood, or even a small stone on the road. It is important to understand that nothing is random. Everything has its place in this complex structure of the universe. For example, imagine the bowl that a monk uses daily. To an ordinary person, it's just a piece of tableware. But for a Buddhist, this bowl symbolizes the continuity of life and the importance of accepting everything it offers. Every morning, as the monk receives food in this bowl, he expresses gratitude for the generosity of the world, for the fact that he exists and that his life is sustained. This awareness of simple things helps deepen spiritual understanding and creates a special connection with the environment. Another important item in the life of Buddhist monks is their robe. It may seem like simple clothing, but in Buddhism, it symbolizes renunciation of material goods and worldly attachments. Every time a monk puts on his robe, he reminds himself of his path, the path to spiritual enlightenment. This is the essence of the Buddhist attitude towards things. Every action, every object should be understood and perceived from a spiritual perspective. You might think that such traditions and customs are far removed from modern life. However, that's not the case. Even in our times, when technology and material wealth take center stage, a mindful attitude towards things can significantly impact your life. Take, for example, your workspace. Every item on your desk can be a source of energy and inspiration if you approach it with understanding and respect. Buddhist practice focuses on living in harmony with the surrounding world, finding meaning even in the smallest aspects of life. This awareness allows the monk to see a bowl or a robe not just as tools but as symbols of deeper concepts. Thus, even a simple thing can become a powerful source of energy and spiritual growth. In Buddhist philosophy, much attention is paid to the idea of emptiness, the concept that everything in the world does not exist by itself, but only in relation to other things. This means that no object has its own independent existence, but is part of a more complex system. This understanding helps the monk treat everything around him with special wisdom, seeing in simple things not only their material form, but also their spiritual significance. To better understand this, let's look at a tree. A tree does not exist on its own. It grows thanks to the soil, water, and sunlight. This tree can only become a tree because of these elements. In Buddhism, when a monk looks at a tree, he sees not just its physical form, but all the conditions that made it possible. This perception helps to delve deeper into the essence of things and understand that great wisdom is hidden behind every simple thing. This philosophy can be applied to your everyday life. Try to look at the things around you from a Buddhist perspective. Your computer is not just a tool for work. It is the result of the efforts of many people, resources, and technologies. It carries within it the energy of the many processes that made it possible. This perception helps to appreciate the surrounding world more deeply and realize your connection with it. An important aspect of the Buddhist attitude towards things is gratitude. Monks learn to be grateful for everything that is provided to them, whether it be food, clothing, or a place to sleep. This gratitude comes from understanding that everything in the world is interconnected and interdependent. When you approach any object with gratitude, you fill it with energy that returns to you in the form of luck and prosperity. This understanding of gratitude can be applied to your life as well. Start simple. Express gratitude for every item you use. For example, for the cup of tea you drink in the morning. Thank it for existing, for the tea warming your body and filling you with energy. This may seem like a simple ritual, but over time, you will notice how your attitude towards life changes and how your well-being improves. Buddhist practice also teaches us to value the moment. Every item we use helps us focus on the present and realize that life is happening here and now. This can be meditation on the cup you hold in your hands or awareness of how it transfers warmth to you. These moments help slow down, relieve stress, and feel harmony with the world. Try a small experiment. Take any item you have and focus on it. Feel its weight, texture, temperature. Think about where it came from, who created it, what resources were used. This process will help you delve deeper into the essence of the thing and